Sliders 2-1. Watson rockets that one deep out to right center field. That one is gone! Webb Watson launches his first collegiate home run. He's got both of the Tigers' RBIs today, and it's 2-0 Memphis. The 2-2. Line out to left field. That's going to get down. That's going to win it for the Tigers. Hernandez in to score. Cassidy right behind. Shane Cox, the hero. Tigers win it 5-4 in 10. Collins with 13 RBIs on the season. He would desperately like to add to that total here. 0-1. Collins back off the first base bag, and that's going to scoot into right field for a hit. In to score is Jordan Rodriguez. Franz right behind. And Zoe Collins with one of the most unconventional two-run doubles you'll ever see. The Buccaneers will take it nonetheless. They double their advantage. It's 9-5 CBU. 2 steals go along with his 3 hits. Sudbrook into right center field. That's going to go to the gap and all the way to the wall. Shulman can walk home. And Troy Sudbrook gives Toledo a 3-2 ninth inning lead with an RBI double. 8-6 Buck lead. Runner at second, 2 out. 3-2 on the way to Jackson Christ. Outside corner, strike 3 called, and that's a wrap. Christian Brothers picks up almost undoubtedly their biggest victory of the season. In that spot for both of the games so far this weekend. He shoots this one into center field. Diving and making the catch is Gupton. Well, that's how you make up for a subpar day in the field yesterday. Michael Gupton with a highlight reel Webb gem. Webb Watson back in left field after a moment he will no doubt remember for the rest of his life. A solo home run. His first in a Memphis uniform, the first of his collegiate career in the bottom of the 4th. Give the Tigers a 2-0 lead as we go to the 5th, and Cole Cahill intent on trying to help Toledo get back in this game as he lines the first pitch of the inning up the middle for a base hit. Cahill, his 3rd hit of the series after going 2 for 4 yesterday. Now bring number 9 hitter, the catcher, Carson McCaleb, to the dish. Caleb, a native of Lake St. Louis, Missouri, grounded out to short in his first at-bat today, and he fouls that one off to the right side. After McCaleb, the lineup will turn over to Arsich in the top of the order. Gets Will Howell back out there for inning number 5. Been clean so far, 4 shutout innings. 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Pitcher again, we talked about a little bit wild at times last year, but he's had great command of the strike zone today. That one a little bit low. And we're even at 1-1. That one hit hard down the left field line, but it's going to be foul. Out towards the parking lot. And Howell ahead 1-2. Howell had 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, has had none since. That one hit hard back up the middle, diving stop by Hernandez, turns, pivots to first, not in time. Might have had a play at second. I think he bobbled it for a second, which probably took the force out of the equation, and then he had to turn as fast as he could. He did a pretty good job to get over there first, but not fast enough to cut down McCaleb, who is on with his first hit of the day at Toledo, trying to claw back into this game as the tying run on first, the go-ahead run at the plate in Arsich, as the Tigers will meet at the mound for the moment. This will also be a good test for a young pitcher in Howell, who's had some traffic today, but early trouble here in the 5th. With the top of the order for Toledo coming up. See how he handles this. And if he can maintain the composure he's shown so far today, Do wonder a little bit how the arm is feeling. Career high 71 pitches and counting. But the redshirt sophomore out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, handling it well so far. Here's Arcich. 0 for 2 today with the strikeout. And he squares the bunt. That one low and away. It's 1-0. Cox at first, Rodriguez at third, playing in about 1 step onto the grass. 1-0, Arcich squares again. That one high and away. After Hal, the last thing you want to do against a guy who's trying to give up an out is put him on with a walk. And their first strike as Arcich pulled it back, but Howell able to get back at the at-bat. It's 2-1. Chuck Shulvin awaits on deck for Toledo. 2-1, Arcich squares again, and he fouls that one back. That was 2 strikes. You wonder if he'll square again or if he'll actually hit now. Went 1 for 4 yesterday in his collegiate debut, had the 2-run double in the 4th that gave Toledo a lead they would not relinquish. Howell steps towards second, throws to avoid the balk. Cahill back safely. Don't think Cahill will be running anyways in this situation, but just to note, 1 stolen base last year. 2-2, Arcich in swing, hit to third, and through Rodriguez, who is able to collect it and step on third for the out. A fortuitous bounce for Freddie Rodriguez that time. While that could have gone through his legs, had been big trouble. Instead deflects and allows him to get the force at third. Probably could have been a double play if he came up with it cleanly. But disaster averted for Memphis, as Matt Reiser will head to the mound, and we'll see if this is the end of the line for Will Howell. Four to third, 76 pitches, and that will be that for Will Howell at his first collegiate start. 4 to third of the books. Responsible for the runners on first and second. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for Memphis in just a moment. For Will Howell in his first collegiate start. Redshirt sophomore out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas. 4 to third innings, allowed 6 hits, struck out 4. At the moment on the hook for the runners at first and second, but for a guy who had only been in relief in his collegiate career, a clean and effective first start, and he hands it over to the senior righty out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Charlie Smith. Second season with the Tigers, made 13 appearances last season. One of those being a start. Pitched to a 4.3 ERA. Spent the first 2 years of his collegiate career at Chattanooga Community College. 5-pitch guy. Fastball, sinker, slider, curve, change. And someone that head coach Matt Reiser called a dependable strike thrower, which will be needed in this scenario. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And Toledo's best hitter, Charlie Shulvin, will step in. Shulvin 2 for 2 on the day. Pair of singles in the first 3 innings. Smith's first pitch, and Shulvin fouls it back into the netting. 0-1. Toledo head coach Rob Reinstedel said, Shulvin is the hardest worker and everything you want your best player to be. No question, he's the engine of this lineup. 0-1, Shulvin now down the third base line, and Charlie Smith ahead in the count, 0-2. If the inning continues, it'll be Troy Sudbrook up next. Smith, 0-2. A little bit low. Makes it 1-2. Chauvin, good eye at the plate too. 17 strikeouts last year, 17 walks to go with it. 1-2 is low. And Chauvin works it back even, 2-2. Big pitch on the way from Charlie Smith to Charlie Chauvin, who just fouls that one off. An emergency hack and then some. Another 2-2 on the way. Foul down the right field line and out of play. We'll do it again. Chauvin, who worked 7 pitches in his last at-bat. See the 7th pitch of this at-bat from Charlie Smith. Charlie S on Charlie S. Who wins? Popped up. Foul behind the plate. Good battle once again. Chauvin making Smith work in his first batter of the day. 2-2. High chopper to short. Polite only play is going to be at first, and he makes that play to sit down Chauvin. Runners advance to second and third with 2 away. Polite took a quick glance at second, but I don't think there's ever going to be a play there with the speedy Arcich over at first.
Come on, baby. Pump me up, Joe.
So Sudbrook, the Rockets' leader in RBIs last season, with a golden opportunity to tie this game up with a base hit. Smith, what a stop behind the dish by Cassidy. That was behind Sudbrook, and Cassidy sprawled out to, without question, save a run.
Come on, Chuck. Come on.
That almost hit his back foot, but it did not. 1-0, tied away. Sudbrook ahead, 2-0.
Right out of here, Chuck. Don't make a play.
If you ever want to question the athleticism of catchers, which you should not, Trey Cassidy showing off and then some on that play, and Smith falling behind 3-0 here to a dangerous hitter in Sudbrook. Another dangerous hitter, McCready, on deck. Rockets making Charlie Smith work out of the bullpen here. Swing on 3-0 is Sudbrook. Bounce to second. Hernandez throws over to first to retire the side. Sudbrook's a good hitter, but free swing on 3-0. And the Tigers say thank you very much. It's a ground out to get Memphis out of a jam. They lead 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th in the 901. Bottom of the 5th here in the Grind City. Michael Polite to start things out for the Tigers in this half, the number 9 hitter, and then the lineup will turn over to the top, and Javon Hernandez against Nate Leininger. Polite pops that one foul down the right side. Polite popped out to second, his first at bat. Leininger's 0-1. Polite skies this one to the left side this time. It'll be Chauvin calling off Sudbrook for the first out of the inning. By the way, we'll close the book on Will Howell after Charlie Smith was able to get out of that jam. 4 to third, 6 hits, no runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts for the big righty in his first collegiate start. Job well done by he and Charlie Smith to get out of that jam in the top half of the inning. for the Tigers.
Jay.
Top of the order, Javon Hernandez. Stepping in for the third time today. Manager low and away with the breaking ball. It is 1-0. Hernandez 0 for 2. Pop out to second, ground out to short to start out this Saturday. And looks at that one outside, 2-0. Grad student out of Danbury, Connecticut, again his 5th school. Said earlier this week he's a big believer in the energy around this Memphis program and what head coach Matt Reiser is trying to build here. Leininger gets back in the at-bat, catches his zone. It's 2-1. Hernandez showing butt for a moment, pulls it back. And Leininger able to pour that one over for a strike. And it's 2-2. Freddie Rodriguez awaits on deck for Memphis. 2-2. Hernandez lines that one into center. Going back and making the play on it is Arcich for the second out of the inning. Struck well, maybe just a little bit underneath it, so good contact for Hernandez, but he's sat down for the third time today. 2 away, and Rodriguez will step to the dish. 1 for 2 on the day with a single in the first. And once again, Leininger looking for his first clean inning, 1-2-3 of the day. That one bounced way low and outside. On the 70th pitch of the day for Leininger. And that's just on the inside corner. Good sinker, some tail that time by Leininger to even things up at 1 apiece. Here's joining us, all the offense supplied in this one by Webb Watson, an RBI ground out at his first collegiate home run in the bottom of the 4th. Give Memphis a 2-0 lead. Rodriguez drops down the bunt, fielded beautifully by Sudbrook, who fires over the first to retire the side. And finally, the first clean inning of the day for Nate Leininger. Toledo offense hoping they can wake up in the top of the 6th. Rockets trailing Memphis 2-0.